Let's face the harsh, uncomfortable truth about the ultra-luxury car market today. If you are a true automotive enthusiast, the name Mercedes-Maybach has, over the last few years, provoked a certain level of stigma. If you spend 5 minutes on Reddit, you'll see it being called nothing more than a glorified S-Class for flashy new money. It's become the poster child for vehicles that people try to replicate by slapping a fake $20 Amazon badge onto the back of a base model C-Class. But the social stigma isn't even the worst part. The absolute, undisputed worst part of owning a Maybach is the depreciation curve. It is a financial bloodbath. Take a look at the historical data. An older Maybach S580 that cost well over $200,000 brand new can easily plummet to around $67,000 after just a few years on the secondary market. That is well over $100,000 in equity, just vaporized into thin air. And let's not forget the horror stories of extortionate post-warranty repair bills, like the infamous $14,000 quote to replace a single air suspension strut. For us mere mortals, this car is a terrifying liability. So why is Mercedes-Benz still confidently pricing this updated 2027 Maybach S580 Night Series at around $200,000? And more importantly, why, despite all the internet mockery and the terrifying depreciation, are the sharpest minds of the 1% quietly lining up, checkbooks in hand, to buy it? Today, I'm going to shatter your illusions. I am going to prove to you that Mercedes' arrogance here is completely justified. I'll show you why this new Night Series package isn't just an aesthetics upgrade, but a masterclass in quiet luxury. And, most importantly, I am going to reveal exactly how the American financial elite are using a very specific, incredibly boring metric hidden deep inside this car's spec sheet to legally bend the IRS tax code, turning a depreciating nightmare into the ultimate financial shield. Welcome to the brutal truth behind the 2027 Maybach S580. Let's step outside and look at what makes this 2027 Night Series so fundamentally different from its predecessors. The reason old money, the people who possess quiet, multi-generational wealth, used to turn their noses up at the Maybach was because it was simply too loud. You had square footage of gleaming, blinding chrome and wheels that looked like giant dinner plates, reflecting the sun into everyone's eyes. It screamed, "Look at my bank account!" But Mercedes realized they alienated the very demographic that practically invented luxury. Enter the Night Series. They have systematically stripped away the vanity. Look at the front fascia. Yes, the grille is now 20% larger than the outgoing model, but look at the finish. The entire surround, the vertical slats, the air intakes, and even the standing Mercedes star on the hood, they are all draped in dark metallic chrome. It doesn't reflect, it absorbs. It projects a sinister, undeniable authority. And the real artistry lies in the microscopic details. Let's look closely at these new twin-star digital light headlamps. Hidden deep inside the housing, you'll find actual rose gold pins. It's an incredibly subtle touch, yet it brings a regal, almost architectural contrast against this stunning two-tone manufacturer obsidian black and Mojave silver paintwork. Then, you move down to the stance. It sits on exclusive 20-inch or optional 21-inch gloss black monoblock wheels. They are stamped with an array of subtle Maybach logos, complete with center caps that remain perfectly upright while the wheels are spinning. This is a mechanical masterpiece. It's no longer a car for influencers desperate for attention. It is the chariot of a tycoon who runs the world from the shadows. Of course, all of this visual poetry means absolutely nothing if the car handles like a cargo van. Underneath this sculpted hood lies the venerable 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, codenamed M176, seamlessly paired with a 48-volt EQ boost mild hybrid system. This powertrain delivers 530 horsepower and a massive 553 pound-feet of torque. For a land yacht that weighs well over 5,000 pounds, the fact that it can launch from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.9 seconds feels like a direct violation of the laws of physics. The suspension is pure witchcraft. The Airmatic air suspension uses predictive damping. Cameras constantly scan the road surface ahead, hunting for imperfections, and the system literally softens the individual struts, milliseconds before the tire actually strikes the pothole. You aren't driving this car, you are simply floating above the pavement. And thanks to the standard 4.5-degree rear axle steering, this 215-inch long limousine can maneuver through a cramped Starbucks drive-thru with the agility of a Honda Civic. But I promised you brutal honesty. This car is not without its flaws. Let's talk about the complaints. If you live in a cold weather state like Michigan, owners have actively reported that during the winter, the massive brake pads have a tendency to stick to the rotors when parked overnight. When you put the car in reverse the next morning, it breaks free with a horrifying, loud bang. Furthermore, when the engine is freezing cold, that 9-speed automatic transmission sometimes delays the second to third gear upshift, holding the revs all the way up to 4,500 revolutions per minute. When owners take it to the dealership, they are told it's a normal feature to warm up the catalytic converters. I'm sorry, Mercedes, but for $200,000, I don't want to hear the word normal applied to clunky morning shifts. And then there is the interior design philosophy. If you browse r/Mercedes_Benz or any enthusiast forum, you'll see purists tearing this cabin apart. They hate the fact that Mercedes replaced beautifully crafted tactile buttons with massive slabs of piano black plastic. They complain that the MB.OS superscreen looks like a giant tablet tacked onto the dashboard, and they despise the incredibly thick bezels around the driver's display. To many, the integration feels lazy compared to the sweeping, elegant curves of the older W222 generation. So, with the plastic complaints, the winter driving quirks, and the terrifying depreciation, we arrive at the million-dollar question, or rather, the $200,000 question. How could any intelligent, wealthy person throw their money out the window on a car that loses value this fast? The answer is brilliant. They aren't throwing their money away. They are weaponizing it against the IRS. Open the owner's manual of this 2027 Maybach S580 sedan. Flip to the technical specifications page. You'll find an incredibly boring utilitarian number. The gross vehicle weight rating, or GVWR, is 6,415 pounds. That number is larger than 6,000 pounds. And right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the magic key that unlocks the United States tax code. According to IRS, Section 179, any vehicle weighing over 6,000 pounds that is used for legitimate business purposes more than 50% of the time is legally classified as a heavy vehicle. As far as the government is concerned, this hyper-luxury German sedan is in the exact same tax bracket as a heavy-duty commercial delivery truck. If you buy a standard luxury sedan that weighs under 6,000 pounds, the IRS limits your first-year depreciation deduction to a drip feed of around $12,200. But because this Maybach breaks that 6,000-pound threshold, business owners can immediately deduct up to $31,300 of the vehicle's cost. And it gets better. They can then trigger bonus depreciation clauses to wipe a massive chunk of the remaining asset's value right off their taxable corporate income in the very first year of ownership. The ultra-wealthy aren't buying this car with the money sitting in their personal checking accounts. They are buying it under their LLCs. They are taking capital that would have otherwise been sent straight to the federal government as income tax, and they are trading it for a leather-wrapped land yacht. The massive tax savings they receive up front directly subsidize the vehicle's brutal depreciation over the first 3 years. So the next time you point and laugh at a Maybach owner because their car is dropping in value, just remember, they are laughing right back at you from a massaging rear seat, because they just forced the IRS to fund their ride. And that brings us to the rear seat, because let's be honest, if you are driving this car yourself, you are completely missing the point. The Night Series cabin is pure, unadulterated poetry written in leather and code. We are currently sitting on Manufaktur Black Pearl exclusive Napa leather. Look at the incredibly intricate golden gray glossy piping that traces the perimeter of these executive seats. Look at the open-pore, dark brown walnut wood trimmed in a herringbone pattern that makes you feel like you are standing on the deck of a Riva yacht. But the real revolution is invisible. The The 2027 model is the first Maybach to be powered by MB.OS, the Mercedes-Benz operating system. This isn't just an infotainment update. It's a chip-to-cloud architecture running on a supercomputer. The dual 13.1-inch rear displays utilize the Unity game engine to render flawless, real-time 3D graphics. The generative AI-powered virtual assistant actually learns your daily habits, and the entire car receives over-the-air updates just like your smartphone. Add in the multi-stage, energizing air control filtration system, the 199 individual LED ambient lights glowing in exclusive Maybach rose gold, and the silver-plated Rob and Birking champagne flutes hidden in the rear refrigerator, you get a profound, quote, cocooning effect. You are entirely isolated from the noise, the stress, and the chaos of the outside world. So, the final verdict. Is it worth buying over a Rolls-Royce Ghost? If you want a vehicle that delivers pure, uncompromised royalty and an aristocratic heritage, the Ghost is the undisputed king. But you are going to write a check for well over $330,000 to get it. If you want a driver-focused, canyon-carving bruiser, you buy the Bentley Flying Spur. But the 2027 Mercedes-Maybach S580 Night Series isn't trying to beat those cars at their own game. It is the ultimate Swiss Army knife for the modern elite. It delivers a technologically superior business-class cabin. It features a dark, menacing design that strips away the ridiculousness of flashy new money. And most importantly, it acts as a $200,000 legally protected tax optimization tool. That is not a waste of money. That is the sheer genius of the economics of desire. Thank you for watching. Drop your thoughts on the new Night Series in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next review.